So welcome students to the new to the next part of the discussion that we were doing on flow around a sphere. So all these things we discussed in the last lecture, that what will be the velocities, two component of velocities at various points, and then how pressure will change along the sphere, and what will be the shear stress. There are many components of shear stress like tau r, tau r theta, tau theta theta, like this, but only one component will be there, tau r theta. So now we want to discuss some new concept here, and why the new concept is forces on the sphere. Why we are interested in this? Because for example, some sphere or some solid particle is here, and some liquid is or gas is flowing like this. So what force it will put on the sphere? So we are interested in developing formula for this force, and these forces are very important. And terminal velocity you calculate when you calculate terminal velocity, then these forces are considered there. So in this lecture we will develop those formula for those forces. So before going into the discussion, we should analyze in which direction the forces will be there. For example, here we have taken cylindrical coordinates, that is z, theta and phi. I mean to say, this is actually, yes, this is your like this, these are your rectangular axis, but here we took r theta phi coordinates, and it was like this. This direction is radially outward, this is r, this angle was theta, and the angle its projection is making on the x, it is theta. So there can be forces like F in r direction, or in theta direction, or in phi direction, and so we can we will find these forces, and then we will means separate these forces in the z direction, because as you know that fluid is flowing in this direction into the z direction. So you can imagine that the force, that the resultant force that will act on it will be in the z direction. So these forces will be there, and their components will be in the z direction, they will act as resultant forces. So our idea is that first we find out which of these forces are acting in this sphere, then we will find their z component, and then we will add that. So we start in that direction. Now we will analyze what direction of forces can be on the surface of the sphere. For example, this sphere I am making, and you will see that on the surface at any point you will see that there can be normal forces that will be normal to the surface. It can be in this direction, or it can be in inverted direction. So these will be normal forces. For example, if there is pressure, then that pressure will put a force like this inward towards this, and so I will write this. Normal forces can be pressure forces or normal stress, that I just told you in last classes, that and here it will be tau r, because this direction is r actually. R is actually outward direction from this, so there can be this kind of stress, normal stress on the surface of the, means the fluid here can compress the surface of the sphere. So two type of forces will be there, and after then there can be tangential forces also, like this. Tangential forces are always there, means if fluid is flowing like this, so it will put a stress on the surface in this direction, and this type of forces will be called r, tau r theta, and these are actually tangential forces. So we will divide our discussion into four type of forces: tangential forces and normal forces. So let's see what is this. Let's discuss normal forces. I told you that on the sphere surface, it is our anticipation that there can be two types of forces: pressure forces and force due to pressure and force due to this normal stress. So for pressure will be here because this sphere is inside a liquid body, so definitely pressure will be there. For example, if you dip something in a liquid like this, so every point of this surface will experience a pressure force, so pressure will always be there. But will this normal stress exist there? Here it will not exist, because you see that if you will draw this r direction, it is outward from this 0 point. So you see that there is no this the direction of liquid flow that is coming out of this surface, or that is going outward from the surface. There is no direction like this, because fluid is flowing in this direction, like this it is, but it is not coming outward. So there is no question of that fluid will compress the surface this way, so this stress will not be there. So we will ignore this stress and we will consider only the pressure.